The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are those of the host/guest and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any of BXR entities and those they represent.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to Skylyne Radio Show. I'm your host, Mark.
Hello, Mark. And I am Trina.
And this is Be Exposed Radio, where we have a very fabulous producer. We're not going to name who he is, so he's just going to be in the background.
Okay, so first I want to say to everybody that's logged in, or if anybody is logged in, hi and thank you and welcome. This is my first show.
First of many.
Yeah. And also, this week was Teacher Appreciation Week. So happy Teacher Appreciation to all the educators out there. I mean, I'm a teacher, so I want it to be deserved. I want everybody to say happy Teacher Appreciation Week because it's a lot dealing with people, kids. A whole lot dealing with other people's kids.
Because I couldn't do it. I definitely could not.
This is actually our first show back since the pandemic. And a lot of people have been working from home or homeschooling. And a lot of people are on their way back, like to work, into school. And that should be like a pretty good topic. So let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
How do you guys feel about going back to work after working at home? Or did you work through the pandemic? Because I had to work through the pandemic. So nothing really changed for me. I had to be there every single day. But how do you guys feel about that? Well, Mark, how do you feel about that? Did you work during the pandemic? True or no?
I did, but I didn't. As far as a 9 to 5, no, I didn't.
Okay.
So that kind of didn't sit very well. As far as the foundation, I think I missed a month. And what were we doing? Yeah, I think I missed 4 weeks because we were doing every week by then in Baltimore and DC. I have not done anything in DC since, as far as 100% strictly through foundation. I have previously partnered up with other organizations and assisted with their events to get everything still rolling. You know what I mean? Different organizations came together as one, and we did our thing.
Okay.
It was a different part of DC that I wasn't familiar with, but it was convenient because at that time I was taking the train. So I think I walked maybe 4 or 5 blocks. So it was like a 10-minute walk. So I mean, it was cool. Versus Franklin Square Park, where, you're not doing that. No, that's what y'all say. That's a bop. But and I did a couple other different various things, and I did a couple different various things in the neighborhood as far as XYZ. But like a 9 to 5, nah. That staying at home 24/7 for however long it was not my cup of tea. An introvert, I'm not. That's a nice light there, Trina.
I'm sorry. I was actually, my phone fell over. Pardon. There was a couple of people that said they were trying to get on, and I was trying to see if I was doing something wrong.
Oh,
Okay, so
Just to let you know, though, Trina, I shared the show onto your Facebook page too, so you can tell people to go there.
okay. So if you guys would look, there's a link on Facebook. I'm quite sure you're probably on Facebook, but there is a link on Facebook that you can click on to join. Find it on here real quick. Okay, Mark. Well, that's a good thing for you. Okay, yeah. It's there, so I don't understand why we can't find it because I just found it. It's right there, guys. So click on that link and then you'll be able to join. Okay. Hey guys. So, all right, well, you know, I pretty much worked the whole pandemic, so I didn't have any days off at all. We did lose like a couple of kids because of it, but as far as us being closed, we were still on and popping.
I'm trying to do like 4 different things.
No, just do one thing. Let's focus.
All right, so what do you teach, Trina?
So preschool.
Oh, bless your heart.
Preschool. Yeah, bless my heart. Somebody help me. Bless my little heart. Sorry. A preschool. Little
I
cute
had a
cousin.
question and that it just went blank.
For me.
Yeah, for you. No,
Oh.
the woman in the mirror.
Oh, I mean, you said you had a question. It could have been a question about
I did.
anything.
What were I don't know. Who you teach? Oh no, you can't say that. It's a security reasons.
You said what now?
I was gonna ask where you teach at, but we don't do employment locations because of security reasons.
Yeah, it's a private daycare.
Okay. Now, okay.
This is great. Oh, you on this?
I'm gonna mess around.
Say
and
something.
interview
You want to talk? Say something to me. I don't know. Give me something to talk about. So do you, can I ask another question? No, I was just joking.
I was gonna say, see, now you got an idea how I feel when I move to Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, I guess is nice. Chicago is nice. I mean, you lived there before, so you should be okay with it.
Oh, I can't wait to go back. 56 days.
So we have no special guests today, correct?
If they ain't on here now, they not coming.
Oh. So maybe I'll tag somebody in.
Tag away. It's
Okay.
crazy because I got a school teacher that I work with, and had I known this was going to happen, and it was Teachers Appreciation Week, I would have hit her up, and I would have hit a friend of mine down in Atlanta.
It's definitely
used to be
Teacher
a-
Appreciation.
She used to be a school teacher in the Baltimore City school system.
Right. So I'm wondering, I just wondering how like a lot of people feel about. So what I heard now in the school system is that you're not required. Well, it's your choice if you want to send your children to school with masks or non-mask. So if you send them with a mask, the teachers don't have to wear masks. But if you choose your child to wear a mask, that's your choice. But if you send them and they don't have a mask, that's also their choice. And it looks like, the rates are going back up. So
Rates are going up because of allergies.
okay.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, please don't, because I know you don't.
No, God, please, no.
You're probably. Did you get vaccinated or no?
Nope. And
Not
don't
none
plan
of
on
you.
it.
None of them. None of them.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, that's a good topic then. So, some people, it's everybody's choice to get vaccinated or don't get vaccinated, and you chose not to get vaccinated. Have you catch COVID?
Nope.
Really,
Nope.
Mark? It's me. Tell me the truth.
I haven't been sick. I ain't been sick
That-
all winter.
But you know what? You can catch it and don't even know you have it. You probably a carrier.
Wow. That's
Seriously.
interesting.
No, seriously. Like it's some people that may never get sick, but you can spread it to other people.
True.
So you might be a carrier.
Okay.
Seriously.
You're laughing, not me.
I'm just saying, you just said okay, so
what? I'm supposed to go get a shot because I might be a courier.
not at all. That's your
Oh, okay.
own choice. That's your
Yeah.
own choice.
I'm not
Not
getting
at
it.
all.
It don't make sense to me.
Okay. That's fine.
Everyone has their own beliefs.
True.
Everyone has their own truths, and
True.
everyone has the right to the. Everyone has the right to whether or not they want to be vaccinated.
There's only one truth. No one has their own truth.
He came in loud as hell.
Right. I mean,
I couldn't let that
just,
stand. No one has their own truth. That's not a thing. There's only one.
So what's the truth?
Okay. Well, you say you have your own truth. So your truth.
I'll
will
tell
be
you
your
this
truth.
much.
I would prefer. Go ahead.
Unlike majority of society,
Uh,
I don't listen to the stuff on TV. I read up
So
on
you-
the background of everything.
okay, so you believe COVID isn't true at all?
Nope, not at all. Since day one.
Okay. Well, Mark, you should always wear a mask around me, my friend.
That's why people are getting sick, because you're poisoning yourself. I don't believe in that either.
You don't believe in what?
The mask.
It helps.
Helps what?
Helps you not get dead.
Helps you not get dead,
Yeah.
but you're poisoning yourself. You want to cover your eye, your mouth and your nose, which for the most part are both dry, but your eyes are soaking wet. You're not supposed to cover those. Why?
Well, then you wouldn't be able to see.
You can put
Actually, you could wear goggles because you can catch COVID in your eyes. You can get it in your eyes, but more likely it's an upper respiratory infection. So you're going to breathe it in faster through your
Bingo!
mouth,
You're the first
and
one to finally say it.
through your mouth and your nose. More likely, someone probably would have to like sneeze directly into your eyes.
What is it again?
That's the upper respiratory infection.
Thank you. You should have been a doctor.
Who said I'm not? All right, well, that's my little view. I'm nobody important, but it's my view. I'm gonna make sure I'm fully vaccinated.
I'm not knocking anyone that believes they need to go out and get vaccinated, believes they need to go out and wear a mask. My only question to them is, if you believe in wearing a mask and you believe, if you believe you need to wear a mask, why'd you go out? Why'd you go to large gatherings and not wear a mask there?
I don't do either. I don't try to be around a lot of people that I haven't already been around.
Well, that's you. I know you. But
Yeah.
That's a question to people.
But that don't mean,
So,
like...
Am I allowed to
Go
chime
ahead.
in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
anytime you want.
Appreciate it. No, I one day. Those people have to realize on their own right that they've taken a risk by doing that. They know that. They knew exactly what they were doing if they entered a large crowd without a mask on. Because they were given directives, just like all of us. So if they entered a crowd with no mask on, they knew what risks they were taking.
Right.
Was that not the answer to your question?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
But yeah, you want to be the only one in your car and you want to have a mask on.
Right, because the mask isn't meant to protect me, it's meant to protect everybody else. Just in case I have it. It's not for my protection. It's for me to pass, not to pass my germ on to you.
Remember, I said you could be a carrier and you could give it to somebody else. And
right.
9 times out of 10, a lot of people, you may never get sick. I would never want you to get sick or anybody get sick. But imagine, just say you were a carrier and me and you hung out. And then I went home to my mom, who's in her 70s, and I've been hanging around you. And then she gets sick. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna get it and she's gonna hit hard. It affects older people much worse. And not even know that I was like brought it home to her because I was out doing breathing in and breathing out. We might both be carriers and not even know it, but just to protect ourselves and to protect our loved ones, especially our older ones and our younger ones. So that's the reason why I make sure I maintain with my vaccinations and my mask. But that's my own beliefs. I'm not knocking you for not being there. There's a lot of people that don't do it because they don't believe in it. They don't know what it is, or they really don't believe it's true. It's true. I know a couple of my friends actually passed away from COVID. Like healthy people with nothing wrong with them, and just you turn around, it's over with. They thought they just had a cold. You woke up dead.
Ain't that what's gone on for centuries with the common cold and the flu and upper respiratory infection, though?
Hell no, you wasn't dying from the flu. People really, it had to be like a really bad
no one ever died from the flu?
Yeah, but not like this. It wasn't a pandemic
it just
for the
wasn't
flu.
glorified.
Mark, it wasn't that bad.
Glorified.
This is bad though.
Okay.
It's bad. It's worse than the flu. It's like the flu on steroids.
Is it glorified or is it new? Is it new that something? Is it something that some people didn't understand and had to learn about? I think glorified is the wrong word.
For over 50 years.
Right, but listen, it has always been around. It's like a part of the flu. If you really like do research, it has always been there. Even if you look on old cans of Lysol, I can pull one out. The first thing it say it kills is COVID. COVID has always been there. It hasn't been this bad and intense, but COVID has always been there. It's a form, like I said, of upper respiratory infection. It has never been this bad. What was it? Influenza? It has never been that bad. It has never been this, like, this is souped up. So yeah, it has always been there. It has always been there. It's just not been as bad as it. This is a whole pandemic, a whole one.
It's not a pandemic no more.
We still struggling, boo.
They say we out of it.
No, they
That's what
want to
they
be
said.
out of it. Yeah, they want to be. They want to be out of it.
That's what they said. We're no longer in pandemic circumstances.
You believe it though because you want to be out of it. You didn't never believe in it.
Trina,
So
I don't believe in it, period.
right.
I think it's
so,
the biggest damn Ponzi scheme the world has ever seen.
You see, I beg to differ.
But again, everyone has their own belief.
True.
I don't
Now
believe
let's
in it.
you know.
So my question to that Ponzi scheme, as if you're secure in the belief that everybody that you may come across, including myself, that have had people that died from this was included in a scheme?
Nah, it's a big lie.
But you just reverse course. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because you just reverse course. If I just suggested that this wasn't a Ponzi scheme, but that's what you suggested, and then you say no.
Scheme, though? A Ponzi scheme is based on lies.
Right.
So
But I'm
basically
telling
lying to
you
people
that I've known
ma-
people that have died from COVID.
That's what the doctor told you they died from.
Marcus.
Right. So you're right. I am telling you that that's what the doctor said to me. The scientist, the one that's trained, said that the person died of COVID. I am telling you that. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because he trained for way longer than I did or you did in medicine.
Okay.
All right, good people. So let's just go ahead and change the subject because
I don't think you should.
Yeah, let's change it because it's like speaking religion and everybody has their own religion, so everybody has their own beliefs. Next topic. Mark, wear masks. Next topic. Oh, you hear my jokes? Yes. So we went over Teacher Appreciation Week. We went over the pandemic, and we went over working through the pandemic or working with the pandemic. So let's talk about
Graffiti Alley.
Huh?
Graffiti Alley.
Okay, so Graffiti Alley, the next shoot is not until June. So you'll probably be gone. When are you leaving?
What happened to May?
They do every other month.
May 14th.
I think it's every other month now because of the pandemic.
I could have swore I saw something for this month.
Nope, it's every other month. It's a neon. I think a neon shoot.
Neon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Glow in the dark. Yeah. So, I mean, I can check just to make sure, but I think it's June 11th. I don't know. Let me check.
My birthday weekend.
But you'll be in Chicago, correct? Or
Nope.
when do you leave?
I don't leave till June 30th.
The 30th. Oh well, then you might can make it.
I'll be there.
Yeah, June 11th. 12, 11,
I'm sure
12,
y'all
or
seeing
whatever.
the comments that are coming up. So I'll read
Yeah,
some of them to
share
you.
them with me. Yeah, let's go.
First, I think I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly. Bylon. It ain't real, and Mark's right. Bylon also said inhaling straight carbon dioxide. And then she also said, Bylon also said, so I have to wear a mask and put my health in jeopardy to try to protect someone else.
No, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Just watch them die.
To do anything. Yep. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
I mean, it's never wrong for you to support your fellow man. It's never wrong.
But even if I felt like
while watching the Skylyne Foundation show.
If I felt like I was gonna make somebody sick, I'm not gonna subject anybody else to bad health. So yeah, I will wear a mask. I'm gonna wear a mask. But yeah, you don't have to wear a mask. Go on out there. Next comment.
Just don't be around me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
Nate said, welcome back.
Thanks, Nate.
Appreciate it.
To the Artist Exchange.
What else we got?
Nate also said, the 30 funerals I've been to in the last 2 years were not
I saw
alive.
that. I
What
saw
did he
that.
say?
I saw it.
What?
I saw it.
I missed. How do you guys see the comments? I want to see.
They should be popping up in your Zoom.
Oh, because I will be answering everything.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of them there at this point.
Is it? Oh yeah, I love comments.
Bylon also said, but doctors had to sign NDAs.
Oh, I see him now.
I don't see nothing.
I see it. You have to click on it. I only see it.
On the chat.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Okay. Anything else? Anybody?
Let me turn this down.
Well, I appreciate each and every comment. Each and every comment. Like, it is what it is as far as that. But back to this graffiti alley shoot on June 11th. So I also have, let me see what else I got to talk about. Because I have things to talk about. I talk a lot.
Bring it on.
I thought someone was going to say something about me talking a lot. We only have like 4 people on here, so.
Skylyne, didn't you just have an event, Mark?
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Is it to feed the homeless? What?
It was
no, not really.
Oh, so can I talk about this bus?
If I don't want to talk about a charity event, it's because people can really show how selfish they can be when it comes to people in need. Not necessarily homeless. You have a country that's at war with another country that has a leader who's a
He's gonna
dictator.
kill everybody.
So this one country has well over 20 million people that have become homeless. And I'm not saying a lot of people aren't donating. I'm not saying a lot of people aren't helping. But the ambassador for Skylyne Foundation through the Masons, he was like, yo, how many people said they were coming through? And I was like, 30, 40 that I know of. And he was like, and how many people came through? I was like, exactly. That's what they do.
So are you doing another one coming up?
And I'm not saying, things can't happen. Life happens all the time. But I'm the type of person, I'm not like most people. I'm the type of person, I'm real big on communication.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you don't have my personal contact number, to say you don't have the Skylyne Foundation's contact number, you're crazy, or you just didn't read. And I get it. A lot of people don't like reading. Reading is fundamental. You'd be surprised the information you can gather if you would just read.
Well, Baltimore is the city that reads.
They're also the city that ignores. So
Exactly.
A whole lot.
Like, I've sent entrepreneurs flyers with all the information on it, and they're like, when and where, what time? Can you look at the flyer? It's on there. Like,
well, that I can tell you that that's not going to happen. The flyer is good for the purpose of people that's never worked with you or never done anything or never seen you before. That's who will look at a flyer. But if they know you, they want you to talk. They want you to speak to them and answer their questions. That's just how it goes. It's very disrespectful to the amount of work that you probably put into the flyer, but that's what they're going to want from you: communication, direct communication.
True.
because they're the city that ignores.
Hmm.
Your flyer looks cute as I scroll up.
Right.
I saw the
I
prettiness,
don't put a
but
lot
I
of
didn't
work
read
in.
it because I scrolled up.
I get something basic and I throw some information on it.
Okay.
I used to get my flyers done all the time. And I was like, why am I paying for this when I can do something basic and not pay for it? And if I do pay for it, I'm paying next to nothing. You know what I mean? I got a homeboy that does flyers. I love his flyers, the way he did them. But it's like, why pay that? That's like another bill that I don't need to be paying. I can put that money towards something else.
So are you
But
gonna
Nate
do
no,
just
another
said,
one?
Nate
Huh?
just commented and said,
we had a,
What did Nate say?
we focus way too much on what's not working. Those faithful 5 that showed up were all you needed.
oh, of course.
True.
But we had a community initiative and a fundraiser for the church, the Ukrainian church at Patterson Park. And due to my schedule and the ambassador's schedule, we ended up shutting it down at 2. Now, they're not taking cooked food. There's no one there. You know what I mean? So it's like, it felt weird having an event and not serving no food, because Patterson Park, I don't know how they manage it, but there's no homeless people at Patterson Park. None. And if they are, they're keeping it moving. Like I'd like to do homeless events at that park, but there's no homeless there, so it's meaningless.
So what happened to the spot down there? What was it by Charles Street that y'all did? Did it
Charles
move there?
Plaza. I
Yeah.
like feeding the homeless there. Why? Because you have an abundance of vehicle traffic. You have an abundance of pedestrian traffic. You're not far from a bad area. And at the same time, you're in a halfway decent area, if not a good area, or as good as it can get for the downtown area. We used to want to do them downtown, but it's like the Inner Harbor is a waste of time now. The mall's closed. The 2 galleries are getting ready to get bulldozed. So unless you're looking for a couple hundred teenagers, you're not going to find nothing down there. And I'm going to tell you something. Homeless people aren't dumb by far. They're going to go where there's means. And if there's no means available, they're not going to stick around. They might not go too far, but they're going to go where something is accessible for their daily need. You know what I mean? We've been doing this for almost 6.5 years, and I love it. I love giving back. I love giving to those in need. Look at the pandemic in this country. Almost 10 million people in this country alone became homeless because they lost their way of life. If you can't work, you can't pay bills. So what are you going to do? If you got kids in private school, that's probably the first thing you're going to get rid of, because you can't afford it. If you can't pay them their monthly fee, they're going to kick your kids out anyways. So your kids got to come out of private school. That big ass house has got to go. Them $80,000 cars got to go. Heaven forbid you got a boat or anything bigger than a boat. That's got to go, because you got to bring yourself down to a different level of living. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people got whatever jobs they had back, but 2-3 months out of work, tax man don't care, bill man don't care. They want their money. So it was hard on a lot of people. And for anyone to this day, oh, I'm waiting for another stimulus check. You just bona fide lazy. That's all. Because what have you got? 4 checks in 2 years? Where'd you go?
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you did. There's a ghost man in there. There she is.
Pardon me.
hmm
Must
If
be
I
this
can't
nice.
do that, you can't do that.
I didn't mean to. Must be this nice Apple phone. Checking on my food, dude. I didn't know it was gonna make the whole screen. Okay, so there's no more, or will you be doing another one, or?
We would like to do, because there's so much I got to do on a personal level before I move. But at the same time, I'm not want to make an excuse on why I can't give back. And I got a lot of donations that I still have to give. So either the homeless are going to get them or the Ukrainian church will get them. I'd like to do at least one more in DC, and I'd like to do at least 2 more in Baltimore. One in May, one in June. Now, I'll do random things by myself. Get some lunch / goodie bags together, bunch of snacks, sandwich, water, juice, and daily necessities that they need, and go out and pass them out. But other than maybe 2 more events, I don't look to see anything major. A lot of people might not like the way I go about these 2 events, but I'm gonna contract someone out so they can cook the food, and everyone knows what it is. And if you want something, it's free. So make a donation and come get some. If you want to come out and join, cool. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter who's doing it, who you like, who you dislike, or whatever. Again, everyone's free to their own opinion. You ain't got to like me to come out here and do this, because it ain't about me. It ain't about my foundation. It's about giving back to those in need. And there's a lot of people, believe it or not, that are in need in Baltimore. They say 2,000. There's more than 2,000 people that are homeless in Baltimore. That is a lie. I've been doing this way too long.
Mhm.
But once I get situated in Chicago, then I'll start doing them there. And I've been in contact with a few people in Milwaukee. So we'll tag team the weekend, and we'll do I don't know how we'll do it yet. Maybe Milwaukee Saturday and Chicago Sunday, Chicago Saturday, Milwaukee Sunday. I don't know. Depends on everyone's schedule.
Okay. So you're out of Baltimore for good, huh?
Gone.
It's a nice
Gone.
ride, I guess.
Huh?
It was a nice ride. You had fun.
I mean, I'll be back. My parents are still not in Maryland, but they're still in the area. My son will still be here.
No, he's not gonna go with you.
Uh-uh. He's got his own life. He's got his own he's got his own life. He's got his friends, and I told him to think about it, and he ain't said nothing. So that don't mean he's thinking about it. But I mean, he's got to live his own life. I ain't mad at him for that. I'd love for him to go. Do it for the summer. What do you got to lose? Do it for 5-6 months. What do you got to lose? A week before Thanksgiving, when I come back to the area, you can come back for good. Because I'm coming out for Thanksgiving. I'm coming out for a couple things, but I ain't gonna say what.
I have a trip that's going on that I need to tell everybody about. So I think you guys should go. But
You're going to Puerto Rico because you're getting married?
no,
Oh, okay.
it is. It's actually the Dream Mall. What's called? I don't know. I was gonna try to look at it through my tablet. Of course, that died. I need a charger, but probably next week I'll have, if we have space available or whatever, I'll have Trina, the other Trina, come on here and talk about it because she's the one that throws the trips. But
Oh, you doing a bus trip?
yeah, I think
Where you going?
we should talk about that. I can't tell you because I don't remember. Let my phone charge up, and I don't want to look through my phone and then you'd be like, "Oh, it disappeared." But I do. As soon as I find my charger, I'll tell you. Like, I don't know how to add people on here. Maybe if she's online, I can add her. I don't know how to do that. Money, you know how to do that? No. Okay. Anybody can help me here, guys?
I don't know.
Nobody wants to help me out?
I'd help if I knew how to do it.
Next week.
Good, next week.
Is it
well,
still
we had
Teachers
some,
Appreciation Week next week?
No, next week I think is Nurses Week. I think
We
next
know a
week is.
nurse.
I think. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me. I think it's Nurse Week next week.
Google it.
I can't
Why can't
right
you?
now. I just told you my tablet. Thank you.
You ain't got two phones?
One just died. No, I don't have two phones. I'm not that important.
I got two phones and a tablet.
Well, you're important. I'm
Tablet
not.
died.
I'm not
I
important
have
like
to have
that.
two phones for the foundation.
I'll tell you in a minute. It's charging. Thanks, babe. I got a charger. Going and popping. Well, why'd everybody get so quiet? Well, this was fun.
I was like,
Huh?
I was gonna say, who is everybody? It's just you two.
I know, but he stopped talking, so I don't know.
I hear Catherine Pugh is free.
She been free.
Jeez. How long
She just
been
ain't been
going?
back home. She been out of jail for like a year.
In the halfway house.
Or was it 6 months ago she got out?
I
They
have
said
no
she's
idea.
gonna jump right back into the public eye. And do what? Lie some more?
Well,
You know, it's crazy how these politicians talk shit about people. Ooh, I just said a cuss word. We don't cuss on this show.
what we're not going to do is sit up here and talk about my aunt, so we're going to change the subject.
I didn't say anyone by name. I said politicians.
I'm just saying.
It's crazy how politicians talk so much trash about each other with all the lies and everything that they do and say, but yet they go behind and do the same thing. Like, that kills me. I thought I knew bad politics being from Chicago, but Baltimore brings a whole new meaning to it.
Mark, just because you leaving, don't mean you going to sit and try to bad.
No, I mean, look at everything going
That's
on.
just no.
You got
Okay,
cops getting carjacked now.
That's everywhere.
Who? Cops getting carjacked?
Yes, that's not
everywhere.
new.
Teenagers?
Right.
That's
That's
not new.
everywhere. Everything is
That's the spawn that makes movies.
right. Everything is everything is terrible everywhere. Not just here, everywhere.
Oh, I know. Crime is.
And I'm about to ask you, because I
everywhere.
don't know what you see that's happening here that hasn't happened everywhere.
Everywhere is bad, man.
To every politician, they try to make a spotlight on the black ones, but it's not. No, it's nothing worse than the scandals that have happened in the past with the white ones.
They all the
I
same.
believe that alone. Because I could
Why?
definitely go there and make a comment about that.
Come on.
Yes, it's your show. Make it.
How
Let's
can
do
you
it.
still I don't want to go there.
Why?
Because
Come on,
Why?
go there.
there's gonna be someone that takes it the wrong way, because people so
That's
quick to
okay.
get in touch with their feelings
Yeah,
now.
but I mean
It's okay.
that's everybody.
6.999 billion other people than that one. I'm sorry. They don't matter in a
Everybody
room,
nobody's
in a loud room
everybody's
of
not
people
gonna agree
yelling.
with you. Yeah, everybody's not gonna agree with everything. So
Okay, here I go. You ready?
no, you ready.
I mean, I'm sure there's 50 million people right now will fight you right now for your COVID comments. So
Right. Most definitely on that one, Mark.
How can you blame? Okay, Mosby said, what she said? She said she is not gonna try a lot of these crimes.
Who we talking
I don't
about?
even remember what she said, so I ain't even gonna go
Who you
there.
saying? You
okay,
saying
I'll
she?
tell you
Who?
what she said, because that's not what she said. What she said is that she
I
wasn't
didn't
going to
even
prosecute
finish.
marijuana. That's it.
She said she wasn't legalizing.
No,
it?
she went further than that. But then, no,
The other part of it that she said is that she
was.
wasn't going to prosecute a whole bunch of different narcotic usage charges.
So what's wrong
Because
with
there
that?
are better ways to do that. Do
Leave it
you not
alone.
agree that there are better ways to do that than to lock somebody up for using heroin?
Huh?
Do you not agree that there is a better way to do that other than locking somebody up for using
Oh,
heroin?
yeah. That's just like mental illness. Mental illness and dope things don't need to go to prison, because that's not the answer, and they're not going to get the help that they really do need.
So that's what she,
Yes,
that's
I
what
do
she said.
agree
That's
that they
what
don't need
that
to
was
go to
a
prison.
lot of what she said, is that she wasn't going to criminally charge people that need help. Because that's what our plight is. In this city in particular, our plight is that we lock people up first and then want to ask questions when they're destroyed.
Sure.
And that's not the answer.
You said that's not the answer.
That's not the answer.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not.
No, I'm agreeing what he's saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I said yeah, it's not.
in jail, that's not the answer.
Mm-hmm.
You're just making a buck.
Are you taking up space for people that really need to be in there?
Exactly.
You can have them. You can
But
get
they
them
don't
some
care.
kind of.
As long as them
Yeah,
jails
some
are
kinda
filled,
help.
they make money.
But just to say this too is that, but when people hear that, they tend to hear what they want to hear, that she's not going to prosecute. Because that's what I've heard. I was in a fight yesterday on WBAL's page yesterday, going back and forth with people on the same thing about crime. Well, your state's prosecutor's not going to prosecute them. What does that have to do with one thing or the other? Because you're trying to delineate between what she said and what you wanted her to say.
Right.
And that's a lot of people's problem. Their disposition is that they don't understand words coming out of somebody's mouth versus what you want mentally to happen. And just like we started this show with, reading is fundamental.
A lot of people can.
Read.
A lot of people read, but they don't comprehend.
Okay, and that is a problem.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, a lot of people read, but they don't comprehend. So you might can read the words, but if you're not understanding it,
and that logistically fits in with the COVID talk too.
Yeah, you're not understanding it, then you're not comprehending what's really going on.
Especially when you read a whole bunch of medical jargon and your resume consists of you being in a typing class. No, thank you.
See, I was almost a doctor, but I fell short.
Almost counts, but not in medicine.
I was almost there. 19 credits away. You believe me, right?
Sure.
Nobody.
Believe anything you tell me.
Oh, no.
That's a whole lie.
Well, that's the problem.
Right. Seriously, I mean, it's good to do research on stuff, but yep, yeah.
Let me interjected at that part. You can finish, Mark.
I didn't say nothing.
I thought you was finished telling us what you was going to say.
Mm-mm.
You stopped at. I could help you refresh your memory.
Nope,
You
nope, 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 nope. Leave it alone. 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 La 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 la. Appreciate it. You funny.
Okay, so next topic. Hey, man, we got some good things going on. So next topic, let's enlighten some folks on some things. So we've been over a couple topics today. So we did the COVID, we did the pandemic, we did working through it, we did school, we talked about Teacher Appreciation Week, we talked about
We can go back to that.
What? Teacher Appreciation Week?
Mm-hmm. What made you
You
want to
guys-
become a teacher?
So the story happened is this. So when I originally went to school to be a medical assistant or whatever, and I wasn't cut out for that. One, I don't like blood, and then so that's not a good thing for me. And I don't like throw up, and that's also not a good thing for me. But I'm gonna tell y'all this quick story, and then I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna tell you how I ended up doing. So doing my internship, right, at Bonza Killer Hospital, and they all like, "Oh, this lady, she just passed away. Could you push the body down to the morgue?" I'm just like, okay, fine. So I get in the elevator, I got the little thing and pushing my little dead woman in and underneath the sheet or whatever. And so when somebody dies, probably between 20, maybe 30 minutes after, your body releases all kinds of gases and you do your last pee and your last bowel movement or whatever. So she didn't do all that yet. They didn't tell me. And before I knew it, hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hi. And before I
What's
knew
happening?
it, you're cutting off my story. Let me finish. So before I knew it, I'm in there with the lady underneath the sheet, right? Okay, so she did what any dead people do, I guess. She sat straight up, like last breath, last everything, just sat straight up. Like, ugh. I was young. I was like 19, maybe 20 years old. It scared everything out of me, like everything. You ever see people run like the cartoons and they bust through the walls and stuff? That's what I did. I ran from there all the way home. So I'm like, oh, so this is not for me because I don't want nobody else sitting up or throwing up on me again. So that was the end of that. So I when trade fails and ended up being in the daycare. That's what happened.
Mm. That's tough.
The end.
The end, just like that.
The end. Yep. That was the end for me. You won't catch me doing that no more.
Welcome, Miss Be Inspired Global.
Hey, hello, everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Glad to be here. Thank you for the invite.
Trina,
Hello.
Naomi, Trina.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Trina.
Naomi is the one that got me into radio.
Oh. Well,
I
then we
blame it
most
all
definitely
on
need
her.
to talk to you.
I blame it all on her.
Mark has back up here now. He's been starting trouble the whole night.
I haven't.
So what's the deal? What we got going on tonight?
So we were just talking like rambling rants. We did Teacher Appreciation Week and we talked about feeding the homeless and we talked about the pandemic and working through it. And so Pretty much just waiting for someone else to come on.
Oh, okay.
And there you are.
Well, here I am. So what y'all want to talk about with me? What you want to know?
What's going
What would
on
you
in
like
your
to
world?
know?
What you got going on?
So yeah, right now, school. I am working on a PhD in communications. So that pretty much is my world. And then also with my kids, my family, and my husband. So that's pretty much what I have going on right now. I am a full-time entrepreneur, so that definitely takes up a lot of time. So with those things going on, it keeps me pretty busy. Anybody out there who is a parent, you know that your kids have their own schedule. So that takes a lot of time too. So that's really what's going on with me. I'm grateful to be alive.
Makes two of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you're here, though.
Thank you. Yep. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad y'all are on.
We on and popping.
We did a test show last week. We had all kinds of difficulties.
It
No,
happens.
you had all kinds of.
I was
Man,
getting ready to
see,
say.
don't
I was
be
getting
bringing
ready
up
to
old stuff.
say. It was just you.
Yeah, you had all kinds of difficulties.
Y'all are guilty by association.
Man,
Oh.
you had that 1954 flip phone and thought everything was going to be possible.
Oh my gosh.
Why is it gotta be 1954?
Okay,
Why couldn't it be
56.
1984?
I don't know, but whatever you did, you're doing much better right now with what you're using.
I'm on a different phone.
Right,
I
right.
still need to go get a new phone though, because that other one's jacked up. My screen's good though.
You
Gotta
just
love
can't
a
use the flip for
screensaver.
everything.
Huh?
You can't use a flip phone for everything.
Hey, look, it's not a flip phone, man.
The Cricket.
Nope, I definitely ain't with no cricket.
As long as
The
you
Jitterbug.
have a good phone, that's really what it's about.
What's that phone on there? The Jitterbug. The big phone they get for the
Max.
senior citizens.
Y'all gonna stop talking about me. I got feelings.
So,
I
the Jitterbug.
What y'all planning to do with Skylyne Radio Show? What are y'all plans with your show coming up in the future?
So Mark
having
plans
all
on
kind of different
moving.
guests, like we did
Tell them how
last.
you're moving.
No, I'm
Mark.
moving, right?
I saw that on social media. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What
56 days.
What made you decide to go back home?
It's crazy because a week ago, last Monday, I was joking about it. Friday, I was talking to the GM for my company out in Chicago. And he was like, when you plan on moving? I said, I fly in the 30th and I'm looking to start July 4th. And he says, excuse me? I said, I'm looking to start July 4th, bright and early. 8, 9 o'clock. What's up? And he was like, most people want off. I said, it's fireworks. I'm not into that. If I want to see fireworks, I can go downtown and see fireworks.
Right.
I got to get my bread rolling. I'm moving back. I'm moving to a different city, whether I'm going home or not. So I'm ready to start. I'll have 2 weeks off, which I think I'm gonna cut down to 1. Because it's gonna cost me a fortune to move back home because the cost of living is like 2, almost 3 times more than what it is in Baltimore or in Maryland. I haven't got my living arrangements set yet, but I got like 4 different things in the works. If all 4 fall through, I can stay with one of my uncles. One, I wouldn't mind because he don't want to be bothered with anything and anybody anyways. So I could stay there a couple months, worst case scenario, if I needed to. until I found a place. The other one, I think he'd get on my last nerve, and I'd end up moving out anyways.
Well, the good thing is you have family and everything there, so you wouldn't just be going someplace you're not familiar with, and you know.
I
So
got
that's
family. I got a couple friends, and I got a job that's waiting on me. So, I mean, I got a plan. That's half the battle right there.
Yeah. Are you going to keep doing the Skylyne Foundation work there?
Yep. Once I get settled, we're gonna start doing events in the downtown Chicago area, and then I've talked to some people up in Milwaukee, and they're like, "Call me when you touch down."
Mhm.
So you know, we know that you're there, and once you get settled, depending on our schedule, we'll come on down, help you with Chicago. So when you're ready to branch out, we'll help you with Milwaukee.
Nice. That is really cool.
So
Well,
it's a
I'm happy.
blessing in disguise. I got a handful of people in Chicago that are like, didn't even know I was moving home until I announced it. But I had already had plans to go home right before my birthday anyways, and they were like, "Yo, when you come out, holler, because we wanna tag team with you. We want to collab with you on a homeless event." Because they're involved with an organization called Mission something. I don't remember what it is. See if I can find it in my umpteen million photos.
I know, right? That's what all of us do now, snapping pictures every other second on our phone.
Oh my God, really?
I try not to do that as much as I can, though. If I'm at an event and I'm trying to enjoy it, I try to limit how many pictures I'm taking so I can actually enjoy what I'm looking at and doing.
For the last 4 months or so, I don't know when and how, but I started moving in silence, and I don't know how to do that. But I didn't post nothing. I wasn't posting shit. My fault. I cussed again.
Uh-oh.
She's the reason why we don't cuss on this show. She was like, "Yeah, I got rules and regulations when you take over my time slot. Can't be cussing."
Trina, how did you and Mark meet?
So I actually met Mark at a photo shoot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was Mark's photographer for a while, but he got fired because he cut his beard. So he breached his contract.
She is funny, hilarious.
Yeah. So he
was like, he got fired.
Right. He no longer works, for or with Fenwick Photos because he has no beard that he
I
cut
do
off.
got a beard. You don't see this thing on my face?
That's not what we were advertising.
This thing looked like a sick ass raccoon.
I see you let your white come through, your gray come through.
Yeah, I had to let the wisdom pop out. Finally make its entrance.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, so they're with an organization called Chi-Town Goodfellas. And they do different various things in the community. I don't remember off top of my head. I don't remember exactly what all they do, and if they do it for like helping people with their education, or if they also do stuff with the homeless and less fortunate. I don't remember, but I want to say I do remember they saying they do a lot of different various things with helping out the community, which is, I mean, that's all a blessing in itself. At least you're doing something.
Yeah.
If not both know, you can make 1,000, you can give 1,000 excuses on why you can't get involved. But yet something happens, you're quick to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
I don't comprehend that. So, I mean, it used to aggravate me, irritate me, get on my last nerve, maybe even piss me off. But it's like, the more you get into activism and the more you get involved with different various things, and the more you want to do things, me per se, with a foundation, the more patience you get. You know what I mean? People are always going to be people. I'm no saint. I'm sure I got a skeleton or two in my closet. I'm not perfect. Heaven knows I always give a start time, but I ain't ever on time. But it's like someone told me one time, how can you be late when they're not going nowhere?
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. I don't plan it and I try to do better, but things happen. I know everyone's got a different schedule than I do. I know everyone's got things going on in life. So, I mean, different things happen for different reasons. People have different schedules for different reasons. Some might be tight with their schedule. Like the four of us, we have very busy schedules on a personal level, on a business level. You know
True.
what I mean? Me, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a 9 to 5. I have a radio show. I have a foundation. I have a social life, and I have a child.
Mhm.
Me and you've been out of contact so long, Naomi. I don't know all in depth of what you have. You have a family. You have a husband. You have kids. You have be expired global. So you have a global thing that goes on, not just a national thing. Um, you're big in the church,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a lot all in itself.
Yeah.
Trina,
Oh, hey, Nate. Nate was saying, hey, I saw his comment pop up. Hey, Nate.
Trina's an elementary school daycare teacher, provider. She's a photographer. I don't know what else she does, but she's got kids. So I mean, she's got a family. So Nate and Monty, they just busybodies just because they just busybodies. They when you get big time like that, you just busy all the time because you're just busy.
Yeah, they got, entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is a lot of work. I mean, it can be 24 hours really if you allow it to dominate your time. So both Monty and Nate are entrepreneurs and have work that they do. So they're busy a lot. A lot. But I think that probably also goes with the whole idea of balance, learning how to balance everything that you have going on in your life so that you don't get overwhelmed, because it's easy to do that if you're not careful, if you're not watching how much time you're spending in one area or another. It is so easy to become overwhelmed. And that's something that I have had to learn over the years, that if
Me as
I'm going to
well.
do all of this, what's the most important thing? Prioritizing the things that are the most important, and the things that I can't get to or don't float to the top of the list gets crossed off. And the older I get, the more I realize how valuable my time is. So even with you saying that, I think it's always important to keep that in mind, at the forefront of your mind. Like, am I taking on too much? And they said, not busy, just don't want to be one of your clients. No, but yeah, I think it's really, and that's a good point what Nate is saying too, that you also should enjoy what you do.
Right.
Because when you do, you don't feel as much of the pressure all the time as you do doing stuff that you don't want. Like people who go to work to a 9 to 5 that they hate and they can't stand, a lot of times deal with, depression, anxiety, frustration. I mean, all kinds of things because they don't want to be there.
Exactly.
So, I think it's important to love what you do and then also balance your time and realize how valuable it is. And if COVID didn't teach us nothing, it taught us to value our time, to value the time that we had.
Right.
I had to learn the hard way. Self-care is the best care.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any possible way you can take, and not even a whole day, but a few hours just for yourself, take, you know what I mean? Like, I literally ended up in the hospital. And everyone was like, see, you're doing too much. Think I was doing enough. Yeah. But it's like you said, when you don't balance everything, you get overwhelmed. And people are like, what do you mean you work 8 days a week? Why, you only work 7? Congratulations, you get a day off. I don't. I didn't allow it to consume me. It just happened. You know what I mean? I've always been, and I still am, but I get that one day. I don't take a few hours. I take a day, and I try not to be bothered all day long. Oh, and I'm busy. Let me call you back. I'm busy. It's called self-care time. I'm busy at the moment. I can't be bothered with you right now. Now, if you're my parents, my sister, my brother, whoever, my son, then it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I try not to be bothered. I try to get as much rest in that day that I can, relax, naturally restrain from any type of thought process or stress. Yeah, just you gotta take care of yourself because nobody else is going to.
Yeah. I also learned that even with family and friends, you have to set boundaries with them. Yep. When I was going through counseling, seeing a counselor, because I think it's important to have somebody, a therapist, somebody to talk to. But talking to them, they gave me a lot of wisdom. And even with my children, you can set boundaries with them. I had to learn to tell them, hey, look, mommy needs these 2 hours. Here's everything you need. There's bread up in the cabinet. Now I have a 11 and a 13-year-old. So they can do a lot of things on their own. So for me, I'm like, okay, you know how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You know how to put stuff in the microwave. They've graduated to being able to use the microwave and the toaster oven, when we're not there. They can cook on the when we're home, but when we're not home, they better not touch it. But anyway, I've had to learn to tell them when I need time. Like, hey, look, mommy needs this time. I've had to set the tone in my house. Like, hey, you guys, when I first wake up in the morning, I need my hour to myself before I can deal with y'all. I gotta pray, meditate, shower, eat, whatever I gotta do. I need that hour. And so I've set that boundary and that precedent because, as much as we love our family and friends, and sometimes they can dominate our time if we don't tell them that we need that space and that time. I've learned to have to do that even with them. So if it's my day off, it's my day off. Y'all don't ask me if everything is okay, everything is in working order, your arm not falling off, your leg not falling off, your eye not coming out the socket. Don't bother me. You know how to feed yourself, get a bowl of cereal, whatever the case is, because they can. And that goes along with training people how to treat you, even your loved ones, even the ones that you care about. those boundaries are necessary. And I thank God for getting older, because some things come with time. A little more wisdom as you get older and you realize how valuable, your peace is. And so I've even had to do that in my busy life. Yeah.
Yep. You need it.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
Yes. And I don't make any apologies about it. And people catch on, like, at first, because I was the type of person where I didn't always set boundaries. I didn't always know how to say no. I was always saying yes. Okay, yeah, sure, I can do it. And I was overwhelming my time. And
That's
then
me.
I wasn't any good. And then it got to the point where I was saying yes to so much that I was dropping balls. I wasn't as good as I could be at something because I was doing too much. So I had to step back and evaluate what I had in my space and said, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that. And it got to the point where I physically and mentally couldn't do it. Like, I would physically and mentally get sick if I tried to take on more than I could handle. And that was the red flag for me. I was like, nope, my peace, my health is being compromised. That's a problem. So I really had to take it seriously. And I had to say to myself, what do I want to
That's right, because stress will take you out.
Yes.
Stress will take you out and you won't even know it.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It will. You are so right, Trina. It'll creep up on you before you.
And 9 times out of 10, you're stressing out on other people's business, other people's situation. You stressing about their situation.
Yeah. That
you made your own situation. So yeah, stress will take you out quick.
Yeah, it will. So yes, that balance piece is so important, because that's time you don't get back. You don't get that time back. Once you use it or waste it or whatever, that's time that you do not get back.
Not at all.
Time is very valuable. We take it for granted a lot.
Yeah. I'm glad we talked about this. Somebody out there got something out of it.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 people.
Yeah. So what kind of topics and things do y'all want to talk about going forward with Skylyne Radio?
I think next week,
just
I
like
was telling Mark it was Nurse Week, and then after that it's Mental Health Week. So they're both real strong topics. I wouldn't mind talking on that. Everybody needs a little mental health and let people know that it's not a bad thing. Like I think a lot of people hear the mental part and just go ballistic, but everybody needs some kind of guidance sometimes, just even if it's just to talk to somebody. We all need someone or somebody to talk to about different things, because it's a lot of people that's with mental health that don't know what to do with it, or feel like there's nobody there to listen to them, and this is how it ends up in a bad situation. So let's let people know that mental health should be talked about. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but they should be talked about. It should be talked about.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
So maybe next week we can touch on that a couple and give some kind of information and guidance if needed with that.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Talking about mental health does need to be normalized. It does.
Yeah. Everybody's so hush about it, but it needs to be dealt with. Like, it needs to be dealt with. Like, they don't teach people more, need to teach people more that it's okay to say I need help.
It's okay to be not okay.
Yeah, not always okay. But the first thing you ask somebody, how you doing? I'm okay, but you're not okay. You're not.
You know, and it goes back to people being selfish when it comes to those in need. You'll break your neck to go to a party. You'll break your neck to go to a bar, an event, or whatever, but you won't give back to your community. I don't comprehend that. You'll throw away clothes, towels, rags, whatever, shoes, but you won't give them to a foundation, a church, an organization that helps the needy. I don't comprehend that. You know what I mean? These restaurants that throw all this food away, it's a tax write-off anyways. Why don't you orchestrate something to where organizations, churches, or whatever can come get this food at closing time, and they can do whatever they need to do with it to dispense it to serve it to those that are in need.
That's too much like right. They rather throw it away than give it to somebody that needs it.
It's crazy. It's mind-boggling. Like, I work in a restaurant, and I'm like, you throw so much food away. It's sick. When you got people out here starving.
You know,
Like,
years ago, that they use restaurants and local bakeries and things like that. They used to do that. My mom, before I was born, told me that she worked at a bakery, and at the end of the day, they would give away the day-old bread, and they would coordinate with local organizations and churches and things like that, and they could come and pick up the day-old bread. Supermarkets used to do it as well. So I don't know what has happened over the years and why that's no longer the case and why a lot of places have stopped doing that. I know that you can probably call some of the supermarkets, and if you have a nonprofit or something like that, you can get some things from them. But a lot of places have stopped doing it for various reasons. I don't know why. But years ago, over 20 years ago and more, they used to do that all the time.
Man, everything is different now. I remember, not quoting my age, but I remember when churches used to be open 24 hours. Like, whenever you needed to go to church, it was open. Now,
not now.
They'll close up. They might be open on Sunday or 8:00 mass, but it used to be that church was open whenever. Yeah, whenever you felt like going in there, praise and worship or whatever, you could go whenever. It's not like that no more. Nobody feels safe with doing anything now, pretty much. It's like I said, like we sat up here and talked earlier, it's everywhere that is bad now, Mark. It's just not in one place. Everything, nobody's feeling safe. The people are crazy. Like, yeah, so everybody's doing different things. Like, the church definitely is not open 24 hours. I couldn't. Yeah, that's sad.
It is. I mean, and for you to even bring that up and show the difference, to me, says that there is still a need for something like that in the community, especially you know, with COVID, and COVID has had such an impact on so many people financially, mentally, spiritually, every aspect of our lives have been impacted by the pandemic, and it has, in a way, just shine the light on those things that are lacking in humanity and compassion, things like that have been going lacking. Some people got the message, and some people still haven't caught on. So there are a lot of churches that have paid attention to what was going on and started doing things. I do know one church that they give away free food every Friday, like boxes of food, produce and things like that since the pandemic happened, and they've continued doing it. So some places, some spiritual institutions have caught on, but there are a lot that still do need to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find this message. Can't find it.
Gotta charge up my device, y'all, so it doesn't die on me.
I'm trying to keep mine from dying.
Well, mine's took a dive about twice.
Yeah.
2 times.
That's the only thing about technology. You know?
Yeah.
It has a lot of benefits, but there are just a few disadvantages.
So we pretty much, like, we had a good run without anything cutting off too much on us. And it is 9:30, so we got like 30 more minutes, if that. So that's good. I'm glad that we had different things to talk about. I'm glad we can agree and disagree on things. And
Okay, here we go. Nate just said there are restaurants and markets that still do this, but due to the health risk, they can't afford to do it because of lawsuits, which makes sense.
Definitely.
right, because if someone gets sick from something, the first thing they're gonna say is, "Oh, such and such gave me free
I got
food."
it from there.
Right.
Like it's easy to get food poisoning. Can you? It's harder to prove it.
I'm not talking about food poisoning because
you gonna win.
I swear I had food poisoning on Sunday, man. I was bad shape. I was in bad shape, man.
I've had food poisoning before, and it's not a good feeling.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Your whole system shut down, man. Just trying to get everything out.
I'm not gonna say what my experience was. Yeah, that long ago. 27 years ago. Because this is a rated PG show. Yeah, it was, let's just say it was not pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, you hurt all over. You feel dehydrated. You can't keep nothing down. It's coming out one side or the other.
Both.
You literally feel like grade A doo-doo.
Yep. Sure do.
I mean, you can go to the hospital, but there ain't nothing they can do for you.
Right. You just have to go through it. It's nothing you can do. It just
Your system has to get it all out. How long it takes.
Yeah. I mean, it's things you can do to cope, like drink, staying hydrated, or what they call it, the brat diet. What is it? Bread, rice, applesauce. I don't know. What is it? Something applesauce.
Because you got to have some type of sugar intake, whether you're diabetic or not. I mean, if you're a diabetic, you better have a whole bunch of hard candy on.
Sugar actually makes it worse. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard it make it worse, but you need the carbohydrates and the the carbohydrates because you're taking so much out of you. Man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. Bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast.
Right, and I don't like none of that.
See, we got
all that right up.
I'm telling you.
Banana rice.
All I was brat, because that's what the doctor said. The brat, when you have kids that have gone through stomach bugs and stuff, the doctors tell you to do that.
Mhm.
Goodness.
Yeah, I hate bananas.
Oh no.
Bananas and strawberries.
Throw it up. That makes the perfect diet. Monty said. Ah, I know, right? You had your whole stomach lining
Right.
Mhm.
done.
The worst part is when there's nothing left and you still trying to, you still trying to get something else out.
Right.
But you still trying,
Oh,
like,
that's the
where your whole body contracting, like, mm-mm.
yeah, that's
just being there ready to cry, ball up, and lay in
Right.
a fetal position.
Lord no. No, I don't even want to think about it. Mm-mm.
Not talk about that.
Because you ain't gonna be sleep long if you get to sleep.
Cry yourself to sleep.
Mm-mm.
But once it's out, it's like your body is relieved. Like, you're like,
Like, yeah, because you lost your whole
You're
soul.
so exhausted.
right.
You lost everything.
That is too funny. The stuff we go through as humans, right?
Oh my goodness.
Just because you want to try a little of this and you want to try some of that, or man, let your body be like, oh no, what is this? Like, get it out of me.
Mm.
And it will get it
Yeah.
out. All means.
My mother's best friend was a nurse, and she said, the best thing you can do is still try to eat something, even if your body is going to throw it up, because you're still going to get some nutrients from it. So, like if you're sick, like not to eat things that's going to agitate your stomach, obviously, like acid and all that kind of stuff, acidic things. Like
Don't
that.
go out and have no hot wings.
Right? No, nothing like that. But
don't have a soda.
Meanwhile,
Right. Don't drink that soda.
yeah. But yeah, she said it's best to still get something in because your body will try to store some of the nutrients from it, even if it's gonna come back up. So every time she told me that, even if I'm sick, I'm still gonna try to eat something. If it's chicken noodle soup or something, crackers, something.
Man, I'm telling you,
Crackers
my
can
poor
be your
body
best
be
friend.
going through it. I remember this one time, and I hope my mother not on here. I remember one time, my mom made some shrimp and rice, right? And it was hot that day, and I don't know where I was, but I came home like late, and it was on the stove. So I'm like, oh, she got some shrimp and rice. So I made a big bowl, a really big bowl. And I'm sitting there being like, oh, these shrimp don't smell right. I'm still eating it because I'm greedy, right? So I'm eating it. So I threw a shrimp to the dog. The dog looked at it, smelled it, walked away from it. I'm like, what's wrong with him? He always eat everything. So I finished that bowl. 20 minutes later, my stomach like, I'm like, oh, my stomach. So I run to the bathroom, of course. Honey. Like, I threw up so bad. I was crying, telling them, take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital. And I had this little white dog, right? And I went and laid on the bed. And the dog came around there. I'm like, no, Bruce, go away, go away. Next thing I know, he was covered. You hear me? He was covered. He was covered. I'm just like, oh my God. It took me all day, like, and I couldn't do anything. Like that, that next day when I got up to like take a shower and everything, and I looked at the dog, and the dog looked at me. His head was all saturated. He was looking at me. I was like, dang, I did that. I did that to you. I did that to you. I had to put him in the shower with me, man. That dog was saturated.
The dog get sick though.
He didn't get sick because he wouldn't eat it. Like, and I'm like,
okay.
why I'm eating this? I'm like, why am I eating? I'm throwing him stuff, and he looking at me like, I'm not eating that. I should have caught on. I should have caught him.
Oh, see, he was
He
smart.
wasn't-
See, they
right,
be
he
knowing. They be knowing.
was-
Them cats are smart. They be knowing. And they be looking at us like we crazy. Like, you don't see this?
He-
You
he
don't
looking-
see?
He looking like I'm not eating that.
He's smart.
I'm just like,
Smart
Lord, have
dude.
mercy.
You smart.
It wasn't this one.
Oh,
This
not
was
that
years
one. It was
ago. Not that one. This
okay.
was years ago, and I told my mother I'm never again not trusting you with the shrimp fried rice. This was many
He look
moons
like
ago.
Smart. Look like he's smart.
No, he a little greedy. He probably would eat it. This one would eat it.
Uh-oh. What do
Mm-mm.
you do? No.
What'd you move for?
Because I got tired of sitting and all scrunched up. My shoulder started bothering me.
Now say hi to Peanut, y'all.
Hi, Peanut.
Peanut said hi. Say hi, guys. It's our bedtime now.
Ooh.
That's Beanie. Thank you. Say hi, you Beanie. Hey, mommy's boy.
Mhm. My daughter wants a dog, but my husband is ain't happening.
You gotta get her a little dog.
I think I'm gonna get a Kita when I move to Chicago once I get settled.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Y'all know
Peanut
how
getting the
pets
views.
are. Pets are like another kid.
Yeah.
That's what you need, though. They're family.
But I don't
I
want a
would-
little dog. I want a big dog.
Now get you a little dog.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Give me
All
a
the
Kita.
ladies will love it. They love
They'll
little
love a
dogs.
Kita.
Kita too big.
Kita's a good looking dog.
Please, leave me.
Is Peanut spoiled?
Rotten.
Nah. Who gave you that idea?
Oh, rotten Peanut.
You can tell. He gets a lot of love.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing? You know, we sleep by 9 o'clock. He just kept coming in here like, what's going on?
Not tonight.
Yeah. What's going on? Bedtime, Mom.
Yeah. What kind of dog do you think you might want, Mark?
A Kita.
He wants a Kita.
Kita. A black one.
Okay.
I've looked them up. They're not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
$700 to $1,500.
Oh my goodness.
And then if you want a thoroughbred that has champion parents, they can run as much as $2,000.
Mm.
I think I wouldn't mind a, like, I don't know. I'm done with animals, so this is it. I got a cat and a dog.
She said a cat. Cat's not a pet. You ain't got to do nothing. Put some food down, water down, a clean kitty litter, and they're good. They're independent. You ain't got to walk. You ain't got to clean up after them unless they get sick, heaven forbid. Once a week, cleaning. Once, twice a week, clean their kitty litter, and they're good.
I think cats are petty.
They're very insufficient. They need you when they want you. Other than that, they don't need you. And that's why I like them. He was like, "Oh, you're home."
Right. They have way too much attitude. They got
attitude.
No.
Now the dog. Oh, yay! You're back. I missed you so much. Pick me up, hug me. The cat. Oh, what are you doing here? He's gonna feed you now. The cat's like, what are you doing in my house?
Don't eat no meat around a cat. They look at you like, you ain't gonna give me none.
And most cats are really, 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 really finicky. So you eating, they like, well, whatever. I don't want none of that.
Yeah. They're also bougie. Cats are bougie. Like,
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Well, it's almost that time, guys.
oh.
Got 15 minutes, 14 minutes, 13 minutes.
We started early. Come on.
We started late. Thank you very
Not
much.
at all. Not at all. Come on, let's wrap it up.
We can wrap it up.
Let's wrap it
I'm
up.
cool with that.
Y'all got
Yes.
9.
9 minutes. Okay, let's talk about something for 9 minutes. And then
Oh, I got something. Y'all watch the Met Gala?
The who?
Met Gala.
The Met Gala. Y'all know about the Met Gala that they
I
have
thought you was
every
ready
year?
to say it. I thought you was ready to ask if we've been watching We Own This City. Yup.
Oh, okay. Let's switch to that then. That's a good.
That joker is off the chain.
Mhm. That is okay. So my husband's been watching it, and I peeked in a time or two, and I think it's good. I think he was saying that there's like okay, so my husband is a filmmaker, so he watches and scrutinizes every film, and so he said that there are some like inconsistencies in the storyline a little bit, especially in the first episode. It took him a minute to really catch on to what they were explaining the theme was going to be in the film.
So what's it about?
In the show, not the film, sorry, in the show.
The Baltimore Police Department and the task force corruption.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like
that's
the
the one
one
that come
cop-
on HBO?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
Like the one cop, one of the 8 that went to prison. Y'all know one of them came home early. The dude that I guess turned over state's evidence.
Really?
He's out of prison. But the one white cop, yo, like, have y'all ever seen Chicago PD?
No, I haven't.
The first couple times they showed him before he really got into being a crooked ass cop, I was like, the first thing I noticed, I was like, that looks like one of the Baltimore City cops. And then they showed his picture, and I was like, yo, that could be his twin brother. Like the similarities in identity is crazy. And then the second episode, they were showing how he was arrested, and they had him in the interrogation box, and he was like, "You don't know who I am?" And I was like, "Damn, if that don't sound like that Hank Voight dude from Chicago PD, like, this is gonna really get good." I saw bits and pieces of the first episode. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen the second episode, and I'm like, and there's 6 episodes. And then I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that they're not even done filming, but they wanted to release what they had so far. So maybe it's gonna be a season of 6 episodes. So, because nowadays ain't nothing a season no more. Everything is split up in 2 to 3 different seasons per year.
Right. Yeah, it's different, especially on the streaming apps. The
Mhm.
way release is so different. It's not like they usually release a few at a time, and then they might release
Right.
some more later down the line. So that's possible that they might not be done filming. I can believe that.
They got a guy that's one of the main characters who's playing the cop that was against popular belief was killed. Baltimore police try to say he committed suicide, but that's all in a whole nother topic, a whole nother story, and who knows what truly happened there, other than the people that are involved. But they got a guy playing him who's a main character, So I'm wondering, are they even going to touch on that? Because that's part of the corruption of Baltimore City Police. So it's definitely going to get interesting.
I guess I'll pay some more attention to it. I wasn't interested at first. I was like, oh, where is this gonna go? But
yeah, it's like you have so many doors that you can open. Like you're going back to the uprising, the corruption. You're going deeper into the corruption. So how far back are you going to take this? Are you, like, they've already mentioned O'Malley, and I'm assuming the guy that's the police chief right now is, I can't even think of his name. But like, are you gonna go as far back as Ed Norris when he was police chief? Like, there's so many avenues that you can take with bringing about this series about the corruption of Baltimore City Police and the task force. It's interesting where they're going to take it, how far they're going to take it.
That's true. That's true. I mean, there's a bunch of different angles. I'm sure they probably could go with it. Yeah.
All right.
I wonder if Method Man's going to make a grand appearance. You know, he's in every cop show.
That's because he lives up the street.
Like, you name a cop show, he's been in it.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely kept his career very relevant over the years. That's good for him. Not everybody's able to do that, to stay relevant.
Right.
And that's dope.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well,
Was that our 9 minutes?
yeah, it is actually 9:53.
Oh, and you're gone.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh no.
You're back, and now Naomi's gone.
Yeah.
She's just blacked out.
So, well, did we wrap it up now? I mean, because I think it's only is it like 4 hours? Yeah.
Nate, Monty.
Sorry, what was that?
Is there only 4 hours?
This ain't a free account.
Do I?
Oh, okay.
This isn't a free account.
Okay, I was just asking. I don't know.
I got what you were saying, but no, you good.
Yeah. Oh, because
we
I
pay
think
for it.
Naomi,
We got money.
Naomi's gone. But we can, okay, all right, we can go ahead and say goodnight, I guess, if you're ready. You ready?
Sorry to cut you off, Naomi. We appreciate you coming on. I definitely appreciate you coming on. You knew I was going to ask you. Whenever I was ready to relaunch Skylyne Radio Show, you definitely knew I was going to ask you to come on. And you know I'll be asking you again sometime in the near future. Sometime this summertime to come on. Probably once I get established in Chicago, I can maneuver some things.
Most definitely.
But yeah.
Guys, I want everyone to have a
I had asked a question though in the comments. I don't think you guys saw it.
What'd you say?
You did, and you just ignored it.
No, what did you say?
Any comments on abortion?
I didn't see it.
Oh. Anyone? That's a whole nother hour right there.
Right?
That's a whole nother hour right there, my friend. I mean,
no, that's fine. Y'all can come up with it next week. Think about it.
Yeah, that's that person's choice, I feel. So.
Oh no, I was more so directing into what the Supreme Court is getting ready to do with it.
Yeah, so yeah, they're trying to.
Oh, that's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, it is.
I think they dead ass wrong too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You
I'm
trying to
still
take
speaking
people?
out of just to put this out there because we're going to talk more about this on Friday on the Artist Exchange. Whether or not these justices that are going through with this have perjured themselves, and I'm looking at consulting a legal scholar to try to get that information because I feel as though they lied in their confirmation hearings in front of the Senate. They have to take an oath.
Mm.
I will tell the truth. And in every last one of their confirmation hearings, they all said, this is settled law, basically, that this is law. There's no precedent for overturning Roe v. Wade because they tried in 73 and then they tried again in 92 and both failed both of those incidences. So this is now case law, it's precedent. And now they're doing this, which is a lie, meaning when they were in their confirmation hearings, they said they would not try to turn it over, and now they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lie. That's considered, I think that's perjury, and they should be prosecuted. Yep. Because you're a judge doing this, so you should be prosecuted in the first place because you're a judge. Because you basically lied to the constituents of America that you would not do this, and now you're doing it anyway.
Yeah, if that was anybody else, you'd be under the jail.
By a judge, because you perjured yourself.
Yeah.
You'd be underneath the dirt that's underneath the jail.
Now, if a judge does this, is this not considered perjury? Because if an attorney did it, they would be locked up.
Yeah.
Or disbarred. I'll take disbarment too. If you can get them out of there, I'm fine with that too.
This is a good topic. Wish you would have brought it up a little earlier, but it gives us all.
I kept sending messages and I sent it at the 9-minute mark.
Oh man. But that's definitely something we can talk about on Wednesday. Like we can start that off with that.
Yeah, next Wednesday will be. I mean, hopefully there'll be more information out there too. That you know,
that'd be something good. Not something good. Well, that'll be a good topic to touch on for real.
Yep.
Appreciate that. And that gives people time to look in and see what's really going on, because some people don't even know what's going on with it.
Not at all.
Yeah. Okay, well.
You all cheesing.
I'm ready to sleep.
You ready to go to bed.
I am.
I am too. 4:30 comes early in the morning.
Right. I appreciate you guys again. And thank you for everyone that tuned in. Mark. See you guys Wednesday.
Skylyne Radio Show every Wednesday, 8 to 10. Like, share, comment, inbox us. Call us if you know us and you got our phone number. See you next Wednesday. Tune in.
Toodles. We're gonna fade the black now.
One moment.
Did we just hang up?
No, don't hang up.
No?
Don't hang up yet.
Okay.
Are we still on the air?
I said 1 moment.
Here we go.